Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy SoDebNair. I am back. Like I told you guys before, I will be covering the Real Housewives of Potomac. And so I wanted to get on here and chat with you guys about what you guys thought of this new episode that just came out this season. I definitely want to shout out Karma Catch for being my second member. I saw someone else sign up as a member before, but I cannot find who it is. But I will shout you out as soon as I figure out who that person was. Hey, what's going on? What's going on, everybody in the chat? Let's go ahead and take care of the business real quick, guys. If you want to join my crew, you know what to do. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Make sure when you turn on the notifications, you turn them on all. Also, make sure you guys like this video, subscribe. I said subscribe to the channel. And comment below. Let me know what you guys think. I'm excited about this, guys. I've been waiting for Potomac to come back on. This is probably one of the only shows I will do reviews for until Basketball Wives comes back on. Hello, everybody. G-Rod, how to become a member. I think you have to be on a computer to do it. I don't think they have it on the phone version yet, but I think that's how you do it. So I want to get into this, but let's go ahead. While we're waiting on that for everybody to come in the room, let's go ahead and get the intro in, and let me know where you guys are coming from.
I'm fly, yes, I'm high, yes. Every wanna get to this guy, yes. Go out tonight, I just might, yes. Style cleaner than yours, so don't buy, yes. I'm so debonair, so debonair. I'm so debonair, so debonair. I'm so debonair, so debonair. I'm so debonair, so debonair.
All right, guys. So let's go ahead and get into it. I'll read some of the comments real quick. Hey, everyone. I wasn't too pleased with the premiere, but I can see it's going to be entertaining. I was good with it. If matter of fact, you guys on a scale from 1 to 10, let me know what you rate what you guys thought of the season premiere. Hey. Wait, this always skips around on me. Here we go. Okay, perfect. Thank you, B. Hey, Marcella. Yes, please hit the like button. Please hit the like button. Hey, Tina. Hey, Catherine. Hey, Dawn. Hi, Chocolate. I hope I pronounced it the way that you wrote it. Okay, we got Dallas in here. We got Oklahoma. We got DC. Love the premiere, fed my soul. Oh, mine's too. We got Vegas. We got Virginia from Marcella, California, OC, California. We got Washington. Hey, y'all. GA in the building. GA, stand up. Athens, we got GA in here again. Cali, Connecticut. SoDebNair. We got Yonkers. All right, New York. Washington State. Okay, thank you. Miami, Florida. This is skipping around again. There's so many of y'all commenting here. So let's go ahead and get in here. And let's get started on what you guys thought of this week's episode of Potomac. This is one of my favorite franchises, guys. I got to shout you out to Ratio, I think. Del Sol, thank you for becoming a member. This is one of my favorite franchises. It has been since day one, and I have shifted who I love and who I don't like so much in the chat. As a matter of fact, me and Busy Blue was talking this morning, and I was we kind of got into a little disagreement this morning about Gizelle and Karen Huger this morning. If y'all are not, I am standing for Karen Huger this season. I always stand for Karen Huger, so I'm riding for Karen Huger all the way, all day, and that's what it's going to be. Karen Huger is the classic. This is the housewife that we need on every franchise, and I cannot say that enough. So let's see. Where's my first one at? All right, so it starts off with pull up my notes. Well, I'm not going to do everything because I just want to do things that stood out to me that I like. So I want to start off with Gizelle's house in the West Wing, guys. What is this? What is this? This looks like one of the shelters at the park. This looks like, yes, Karen is ready to shut down. I am so ready for this. When I'm trying to tell you, if I could have started Karen's fan Instagrammers or Twitter page, I would have done it because I'm ready for Karen. I'm so ready for her. But guys, what is this? I'm on the internet looking around, and you know what it looks like? It looks like this to me. It looks like a mechanics building. It doesn't look like, and she threw a little townhome on the side. And they had the nerve to say that this is Gizelle's West Wing. Girl, how do you have a West Wing when you don't even have a body yet? Like, what's going on with this situation? Not a West Wing, it's the upper room. It's the upper room for me too, Marcella. Seriously. I seen this, before, and I was trying to make my video before, but I was like, I'm gonna wait because I wanted to wait till the actual episode started because I knew that the first 7 minutes they showed that they gave us last week was the first 7 minutes of the actual of the episode. But I don't understand the fascination with this house. And then I just seen that she said that this house cost her $1 million. Girl, move to Atlanta because you could get way a bigger bang for your buck if this is what you are. Let's look at this house again, please. Let's do it. What is this? It looks like a cabin. The mechanic works on the right side, and then the townhome is on the left side. I am so confused as to why this was a staple for her story this season. She lives in Glorifield. Exactly. It's not even a glorified garage, though. Production was being tacky. You're so wrong for that picture. But it looks like that, though. It definitely looks like that. It looks like an oversized garage. You are absolutely right. And so after this, we get into, let me move this picture off of here. So after this, we get into the conversation with Gizelle and Candice, right? And Candice shows off her new home. Chris's children are there. She's a bonus mom. And wait, somebody said Jiffy Lube. Yes, Jiffy Lube. That's what it's given. That is what it's given. That is what it's given. Her being a bonus mom. Now, how do you guys feel about hey Princess? How do you guys feel about Candice calling herself a bonus mom? Because to me, I personally thought a bonus mom was someone who had children already, but then the other parent brought other children in. These are just kind of like her children at this point. Like, I don't know if I really like the word bonus mom for her. But she introduced Chris's children, which I know he wanted to do this. And me and Chris have talked. And so I definitely want to try to be respectful because I did tell Chris this. And me and Chris are supposed to actually do something on live together. But I told Chris, I said, if Candice will learn how to read instead of be disrespectful, I personally wouldn't have a problem with her. But Candice's mouth is just not what it needs to be for me. You said you don't like bonus mom either. Oh, I'll keep skipping around. I don't like bonus mom either. Okay, I didn't like it either. I didn't feel like that was a good title. Because again, I do know parents who have, combined houses, kind of like the Brady Bunch, where the parent does get bonus children because they currently had children. So I felt like, I would have just called them like my stepchildren or my children. I would have just said my children at that point. I think this gives her a better storyline as well, with her going through this. And I do know, the backlash that she gets from last season. But I also feel like if she can get this, yes, It's better than stepdaughter. Okay, it's better than stepdaughter. Okay, I can receive that. What I'm trying to think of what my cousins call my aunt. Bonus is complimenting herself. That's okay. Nikita, that's how I felt. That's how I felt. I felt like Candice is not mom approved. Well, that's what I got. I feel like it was more of a compliment to her. I feel like if they called her that, okay, then I could receive that title. But I did feel like maybe that wasn't the correct title. But I have had. But see, even when me and my ex were together, I called my stepdaughter like my daughter. So maybe that's why I just personally have that issue. I don't know. Everything she does is for attention like a child. She is Chris Bone. I said this, Woo Child, and the title goes with the comment. Woo Child, I said the same thing. Yes, not mom approved. So they were talking about, so they went through the thing. The daughter didn't feel like, I didn't feel like the daughter was really being present, and I know people were reading this, but I think it was just because she was on TV. I don't think that she wasn't feeling Candice. I think that it was just a TV situation. Jonathan Parker said, my father's wife has been mom since day one. We don't use step. She called to check on me last night. Yeah, my aunt had a stepson, and he used to call her stepson. She didn't like it, so he just called her his other mom, his new mom, or something like that. I forgot what he called her. Love Jones, thank you for becoming a member. Thank you so much. That means a lot. And so we get back into it, and yeah, that's right, Woo Chow. So we get back into it, and Gizelle and Candice start talking about Jamal. And I wrote down, I said, apparently we are still pretending that this relationship was real. Gizelle is unhappy that he lives too far away from because of the pandemic, not because he didn't, not because he just didn't want to be around Gizelle. Fee Washington, I think you have to do it from a computer, because I don't think that YouTube has made it a part where you can become a member from a phone. Hey, Pamela. So again, I feel like, why are we still pushing this narrative of Gizelle and Jamal as a thing? Gizelle proved that this was not a realistic thing, and so did Jamal. So I'm trying to figure out like why we're making this a storyline for this season as well. Candice just then goes into this thing where she's trying to convince her to not leave Jamal. She builds up the relationship. She says the mountains they have climbed together. And I don't think they climbed any mountains together. I think that Gizelle, and I said this on, I think, Sinitra's live, I think that Gizelle was a look for the type of church that Jamal preaches for, because that's the kind of first lady that they like. What Gizelle looks like is what that church likes as a first lady. So I feel like that's why Gizelle and Jamal were together. Now, granted, children came out of it. And so what's going on, Rick? Thank you for the super chat. Hey, buddy. Oh, you can click. Thank you so much, Princess, for this. Can I pin this? Oh, I can't pin it. Oh, I do it for my phone. I know Princess taught me this. Yeah, I pin it for my phone. So I think that that's why he chose her. But then children came out of it. So maybe love did get involved once the kids came in. And I want to get into that a little bit later on, because there was something else that was said, and I wrote, because I took notes on everything today. Candice and Gizelle talk about their dislike for Karen, which we knew this was going to happen. Karen has a gripe with, Gizelle has a gripe with Karen every season for whatever reason. Then they switch over to Karen. Karen brings up a good point that Gizelle has misplaced her anger towards her. She needs to be focusing that anger on Jamal, because Jamal made a fool out of her last season. And I don't know what their agreement was. Let me read this because this is long. Exactly. So I was trying to figure out how she was actually going to school to get her master's, as she stated to Gizelle. She couldn't even listen. And I didn't put this in my notes because I really didn't want to put her down about the kids. But this didn't make sense to me either, because if she is, this didn't make sense to me. She could not help that little girl figure out that math problem at all. The son had to, but she did say that the son was helping her with building a relationship with the daughter. So maybe that's what it was. And again, it could be the cameras around because they're not used to that. Hey, so Deb, get that back. LOL. Let's see. Karen came prepared this season. Karen, let me tell you something. Karen is on. Let me show y'all something real quick, because I'm trying not to make this all about Karen, but y'all, Karen looked flawless in this car. Karen looked flawless in this car. This woman right here is the epitome of beauty right now to me on this franchise. That no one else is doing this. And I had an argument this morning with Busy Blue because he was talking about how she looked before. And I said, but she learned through the years how to make her come up. And literally, Karen has grown up so much. So I just want to say that part. And I'm going to get back into more of this, but I wanted to do that. But I so agree with that last comment about her not being able to help the daughter with that math problem. And I do think that Karen brought up a good point that Gizelle is misplacing her anger with Karen, because they keep on saying every season they go through things and then they make amends with each other. But Gizelle is holding on a little bit longer this season with Karen, and I know it's because Monique is not there, so she has to shoot this energy somewhere else. Karen put in the work. Yes, she did. Karen has made a full 360 and is aging back. Yes, she is. The glow up, go Karen. Yes. Karen is the bomb. She came to slay that. Yes, she did. Yes, I did it. I don't know what that means. Miss Bernice. Hey, Miss Bernice. Y'all know Candice is not really that smart, but she's going to get her master's degree. We at least need her to know how to answer that question, that math problem. Exactly. She used her coin and got that. Exactly. That's what they should do. I mean, take notes from Housewives of Atlanta. That's what they did. Take notes from Tammy Roman from Basketball Wives, because she was the epitome of this. So next what happened was all the ladies get the invitation from Wendy about the nude party. And they switch over to Wendy. And we find out that Wendy had her breast done, and the reason for the party is to reveal to the ladies that she had that done. Now, my favorite part out of this whole episode was Juan Dixon was here. Can we get an amen in the comment section that Juan Dixon is finally here? Robin is overwhelmed with the pandemic. We learned the wedding will not be happening anytime soon due to the pandemic and the building of the new house. And which I don't know if that was a good idea for her, because I think that Robin is going to have the left wing and Juan is going to have the right wing. That's where the wing should be at. I'm loving Karen. I'm loving Karen too. I think that Robin is setting herself up. And let me push pause on this, because I want you guys to know something about me. I love Robin. I just wish that Robin would detach herself from Gizelle. I feel like we would get a totally different Robin if she was not attached to Gizelle. I feel like Robin really has a what did you think about the video invitation? I'm gonna tell you in a minute. I feel like Robin has a personality, but it's so overshadowed because she has to be so loyal to Gizelle. But I would love for Robin to detach herself from Gizelle like Cynthia did from Nene and become a whole individual. Because if she did, she would be able to do a lot better than Cynthia did, because she would actually have a real storyline. Yep, I love Robin by herself. Me too. Even when they were going through the things last season, she almost tried to figure out Monique's situation before she made a decision, and that's when I really liked her. And it wasn't really highlighted, but they did show that. Miss Bernice, Robin is going through a depression, and her husband is not smart enough to notice. Okay, the way he was running down what she doesn't do really was getting on my last nerves. I do understand that because it was a part of the pandemic, and she probably was doing a lot more than what she's used to doing. So I did understand that, and I do sympathize with Robin a lot more, even though I can't really get into her because she's a friend of Gizelle's, and I just don't think Gizelle's a good lady. So they went into Juan expressed his unhappiness, which Miss Bernice was just saying. Because of the pandemic, Juan wants a daughter. Now, we have heard this before in other seasons, but they're so all over the place. It's like, are we getting married? We're building a house. We want to have a baby. We want to have a little girl. Then Juan wants to have more than one girl. It's so confusing. And I want them to focus on stuff. Robin has the perfect formula for a storyline, and she doesn't use it. Juan is like first of all, Juan is fine. We will tune in if Juan was just there without Robin. Two, they're dealing with the fact that they have been together for this long. They did not break up. They lived in the same house. They are parenting together. That's never really that focused on that much. Then Juan decides that he wants to be back into the relationship. And, I also feel like that Gizelle forced that marriage upon them. I feel like they were okay with what they were doing, but Gizelle forced it on them because she knew that Robin's job was in jeopardy. But there were so many more things they could do because I don't think that Juan wants to leave. I think he wants Robin to get her shit together. And because she won't, he's staying there for the kids. If they stay on long enough for these kids to become 18 and over and they all go to school, it's a wrap. I agree, Deb. Robin needs to let Gizelle go. She is the worst thing for Gizelle. Whenever she realizes this, I'm trying to tell you, y'all gonna love Robin because she's going to become a actual human being on the show. She's just like Gizelle's shadow right now. Love her voice. Robin is a human centipede. Truth, Robin good with her sidekick. Princess, her kids don't even listen to. They don't. That's what I'm saying. But these are all things that could be a part of the storyline because we can figure out why they're not doing it. Like she has the perfect formula for a storyline that could last forever, but she doesn't use it. Gizelle needs to have several seats with that fire garage. All right, so let's move on to what else was next? We're back. Oh, so now we're to Candice and Chris. Chris explains how motherhood is going for her. Oh, Candice explains how motherhood is going for her. Tries to help Chris' daughter with the homework. We talked about this part. During the confessionals, they asked Candice, this is the part that threw me for the loop. Thank you, Data, I think, for the super chat. This is the part that threw me off. So during the confessionals, while they were showing Candice and Chris, they asked Candice and Chris about having other children. Candice still doesn't seem sure about having kids yet, even though she did confess to Ashley last season that she was making her more comfortable with having kids. And so I thought that this would be a perfect storyline for her, but she's not doing it, which you shouldn't have kids for a storyline, so I understand that. She brings up what Miss Dorothy, her mother, said, that she would be Chris's fourth baby mama. And Chris was like, no, you're the third one. But I also think, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought that someone said something about her being Chris's fourth child. If I'm not mistaken. I think they said something about her being his fourth child, and she may have mixed those things up. So let's talk about Candice having a chance this season, even though. Okay. Oh, so I put in my notes. I said, let's talk about Candice having a chance this season. In the chat, how many of you guys actually want Candice to have a chance now that Monique is gone and Robin and Gizelle both needs? Listen, I feel like we should do a GoFundMe for that. We do. How many of you guys feel that Candice, y'all gonna give Candice a chance because Monique is gone? She's actually going to be able to give us a personality this season. If y'all feel like she is, give me a thumbs up. If not, give me a thumbs down. What did Miss Bernice say? The kids just are going by how their dad. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. I agree with that, Miss Bernice. I agree with that. I got one thumbs down. I got one thumbs up. Hold on, let me go at one thumbs up, one down, down, down. So we got 3 thumbs down, 4 thumbs down. Not me. Candice is still awful. Okay, so y'all not here for it. Okay. So okay, more thumbs down. Okay. Okay, another thumbs down. We got another thumbs up. Thumbs down. Thumbs down. She seen throwing salads. Well, someone threw a salad at her first, so that I can give her that. Thumbs down. Thumbs down. Oh, hold on, y'all. I gotta send this link. Hold on. Because I need to bring this person on. Wait. Trolling. Candice still makes her husband wear a condom. She said it herself. I heard this. She doesn't want kids with Chris, and if she does, it won't be intentional. I did hear that. So when I first watched it the first 2 times, I didn't hear the part about the condom. But when I watched it before I did this live, I did hear about the condom. Princess, the question was, now that Monique is gone, and now that Candice has a chance to prove herself, do you think that you are going to give her a chance of actually give her a chance? Hold on. I gotta send this link. Because this person I went on here because I didn't our conversation this morning, and it needs to be had when I get towards the end of this video. So, okay, Jimmy Cook, I can agree to thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs up. I can agree to this as well. I agree with her. Okay. Candice lacks the ability to be accountable or acknowledge her wrongs. I agree with this. Nope. A chance to do what? Cry? Not to cry, just, I mean, Monique is gone, so maybe she has a chance to redeem herself as a likable person on the show. Thumbs down. She has already proven herself. Okay. I can ride with that. I can ride with that. She's been a certified winch for 3 years. It's not changing. Okay. Hey, SoDebNair. Hey, lovely Sherry. Thumbs up. Okay. Hey, SoDebNair. Oh, I gotta rewind. Okay. That's fine. I'm trying to figure out how Candice is getting an NBA, but couldn't listen with the B's in the chat. I hope he sees that too. Now, Deb, you can't have Candice, Gizelle, and Robin. Okay, I'm not on Gizelle's side at all. I feel like Robin is collateral damage, and I'm not giving Candice anything right now. The only reason why I feel like I am is because I have talked to Chris, and I told Chris, I said the only thing I just want from her is to learn how to read. To me, I think that Candice would be the perfect person to read, but She's just, her mouth is just so bad. If she learned the technicalities of reading, we would love her. We would. She would have to come back from what happened last season. But if Candiace gave us some good reads and like really strategic reads, we would fall for Candiace. Well, a lot of us would. I can say all of us. It's a no for me, dog. Candiace's mouth was slick before last season. I agree. But that's why I said, I told Chris, I feel like she needs to learn how to read and not be disrespectful. Her mouth is still going to get her in trouble. I'll repeat what I just said. They laughing. Just caught the live just now, but my daughter calls her stepmom her bonus mom. Okay. My mom's stepkids do the same. Bonus is used in a good way. Okay. I don't have kids, so I can receive that, and I will, and then that's fine. I guess because I've had family members I've never heard the word bonus mom. So that's why. We get a lot of thumbs down. Oh, hey, I'm going back up. So no, let me not do that. Okay, we did another thumbs down though. Oh. Okay, y'all. So before we go any farther, I do have a guest that is coming in here. And we have had it out this morning. And so I'm going to bring him on here because he will be muted if he starts disrespecting the grand dame. I just want to let him know that before he gets up here. It will happen. I probably won't mute him, but I'm going to bring him on up.
You wouldn't dare. You're not that bold, okay? And that wouldn't be the right thing to do. I think all opinions matter. I have champagne flu.
This morning was a lot. A lot
of people don't like to hear the truth, so I do understand
it was not the truth. It was not the truth. It was your personal feelings, and those are valid.
I went up for facts.
Those were valid. No, your opinion was valid. You didn't give a lot of facts. That's all I'm gonna say.
Wow, I could repeat because the facts are the facts, and I could repeat.
But that's because you have been thinking about that for a very long time. That's not what had happened though when we were talking.
Okay. Well, this is what I am gonna say because this is why I had to really hop in. I tried to just sit, enjoy watching you while I'm in bed. Okay, try to take a little nap, do a little work.
Well, you made me wake up out of my sleep, so if you got out of bed for this, then I'm okay with that.
Here we go. This is not. We're gonna do a 10 for 10 thing. You ready? Last time.
No, I was just saying.
This is what I'm gonna start with. I didn't like the Candice slander because I saw a thumbs down in Candice slander, and I'm the Candice slander slayer, and I will have order. Okay, I feel as if I didn't grow up with money, but I definitely connect with her on multiple levels. Okay. And I need to make sure that other people have, you know what? It's the problem. Let me not say that I was about to go too far. Then it was about to get to Karen, and then you was going to shut my mic off.
I'm not going to shut your mic off.
Okay.
Because I won't be rude today. I want to see how this is going to go.
Okay, so did you already start the review?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so where are you?
We are on. Hold on, where are we? We were talking about Candice giving advice to Gizelle about staying with Jamal. Okay.
So we talked about her in her beautiful home. Already, we've already gone past.
We don't. I'm not talking about her home because her home is her home. We don't know whose name's all on the deed at this point. Allegedly,
does it matter?
Allegedly, it does not matter. Her home is beautiful. It is beautiful.
Thank you.
Whoever's home that it is, whoever owns the home is beautiful.
It sure is. Okay, well, she living it up, and it's up there. Okay, because Chateau Cherie is in Thelma's name, and nobody seemed to have a problem with that. Okay, why can Cherie at her big old age have her mama's house, but y'all got a problem with Candice doing it?
I'm not being shady.
Thank you, Andy. We are going to tear this man down today if he says something. And we're going to need the team. I hope the bees are here. Put your bees in the chat. We are ready to stink. Okay? Oh, sorry. Hold on. My cat needs to be out. She's like, I do not want to be in here with this loud man.
The cat is like, I can't even do this Candice stuff. Let me take me out.
It together.
So I knew he was gonna cause commotion in here. This is why I was like, I didn't know if this was gonna happen or not. And I asked him earlier to come in here, and then I didn't know he was gonna come because we had it out this morning because I didn't like what he was saying about Karen Huger this morning. And we don't know how Sheree pays her bills, so we can't sit up here and say that that's a thing. Wait. Yes, we do have a. So Deb, sorry, I'll have to watch the replay because that's not what I was trying to put up. Nosey went live of the avatar. Yes, we do have a problem with Sheree's house in her mama's name. Exactly. That's always been a thing.
Well, that's the first time I've heard about that.
You need to start watching stuff besides your own channel because we have definitely been talking about it on the internet.
You would have to assume then that I was watching my own videos. I put those things up and I go away. I cry too much.
If you haven't seen it, then the only thing you've been watching was your videos because we've been talking about it on the internet, on Beyonce's internet too, by the way.
Either way, I have no problem with and I know that once I have children, I am going to be. Can you change the screen another way? I do not like it like this. Well, this is your channel. You can change it the way you want to.
Like this?
Yes. Ooh, look at the background. Okay. I should have worn red.
You're the first person I really kind of had on here, so I don't know.
I should have worn red. You had your whole ass husband.
Yeah, I think it was the other way around though.
No, you was on your channel.
I think it was the other way, like it was before you asked me to change it like this.
Oh yes. How is he? By the way,
know. He's fine.
That's good.
Princess says because her mama paying and for her and her due to live.
Girl, I'm paying for my daughter. I'm paying for my child, and I will say I hope to accumulate enough wealth, where my child knows responsibility, but doesn't have to feel extreme burdens of being able to live life. And I feel like we have grown up with this sense of you got to work, you got to grind, you got to do all of this stuff. And if you're not really doing it right. First of all, capitalism has ruined so much. Can we just live? Can I get a glass of champagne and vacate? And can somebody buy me a home? And yes, that's what we're doing.
That's not what we're doing. We're not on a show called The Housewives of Potomac, and then it should be called The Housewives Mothers, who is funding being the Housewives of Potomac. That's not what we're doing.
Wow, you always trying to change the title.
I'm just trying to make sure. But I also said that because I've talked to her husband and because I have talked to you this season, I am going to try to give her a chance.
Please, and then you know what? I will give that old lady a chance then
but you disrespected her when you just said what you said. This is why this is going to be hard because you can't do that and then let me do what I'm doing.
I don't want to be ageist. Okay. I'm gonna. This
has gone bad. This has gone bad already.
That's what the lady said. I'm not gonna be ageist, as Karen put it. I'm not gonna be ageist. Okay. And did you see her watch What Happens Live talk about those things were simultaneous? And he was like, "You meant synonymous?" Yes.
So, but why are you holding on to the word? She still said what she said, and it meant what it meant. And whether the word was wrong or not, we still got it.
We know. Okay, so I really did like the scene with her and talking about what's going on with her ex-husband. And you've been married before, and I don't know if you have the same feelings that maybe Gizelle could possibly have, but it's not the easiest once you've been with someone for so long to just take them out of the element or just remove them from your life. And maybe sometimes you do. For even your ex-husband on your video said, I would even act like I would want to try this again.
I see what you're doing here.
I would act like I would want to try this. And she has children with him. Like,
but it's not. What, yeah. But we don't talk through the phone and that's it. So I could literally tell him that my ass is itching right now. He would fly from where he's at to scratch it for me. So
during the middle of a pandemic?
We don't, during the middle of a pandemic, he would come scratch my ass for me. So that's not the same dynamics. And even in that situation, there were children involved. So it wasn't, we didn't have kids together, but that was still an element of that. So when I'm watching this, I feel the way that everybody else is looking at it feels. It wasn't real.
Okay, well, we don't know their true connection, and they were married for a very, 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 very long time. And her public image was kind of tainted because of how she stood by her pastor husband, which I'm not a church person, but I thought that's what a first lady does. They're supposed to do
She's
all
not
those
a
things.
first lady anymore.
Well, when they were for that whole time she was married, wasn't she a first lady?
Well, allegedly, she broke up the other first lady's marriage with him. So
really,
yes.
So he was married, and then they divorced, and then he married her.
Allegedly.
Okay. Well, I don't know anything about that.
She was actually fighting in the parking lot with the girl. So allegedly, that's what happened.
Wow. Well, I know nothing about any of those things. I do know that she was married to him. I've never been married, but I've had relationships where some of the people who brought me through long periods of time, it's hard to let them go. And sometimes, even if it's me just saying, you know what, let's start talking more again, and we can call this whatever we want to call this. Let's just move forward so that we don't have the pressure. And I've done that with people before. Like, yes, we have a relationship. Yeah, we're trying to work things out. No, I'm not sure where this is going. No, I'm not sure what's going to happen. But this is my life right now. And this is what we're just trying to do.
And the lovely Sherry, I've also heard this as well. He sent her to the mental institution.
Yeah, so maybe there's a Stockholm thing. Maybe there's something that she's holding on to. She still loves, she still values. Like we don't know.
Well, I feel like Karen kind of threw it out to us at the end of this episode, but we'll get into that.
Go ahead. Because we can throw her out.
I love this right now. Okay. So let's go to Wendy's party. Gizelle shows up first, then Robin immediately Gizelle. Wait a minute. Okay. So Robin then shows up after Gizelle. Immediately Gizelle can hold in the mess, and she takes Robin to the tables and she shows her the seating arrangements.
Oh, I thought Wendy did that.
No, Wendy was not.
Wendy didn't come down yet. She said she didn't know who she was.
Yeah. Yes, and so she started calling Mia all kind of bitches.
Yeah,
a lady she had never even met, and which was all the way wrong. And so I had to pull up the picture because this looks like these are two miserable people right here. But all I'm saying, this is like two miserable people.
This goes very strong and deep for you.
Because I don't like people doing stuff like this. Like, this is not okay. This is not okay.
And I just feel like, and what we should do, and maybe we can do it on my channel, is a full series breakdown. Because I think that people confuse.
I would love that.
And I have watched Potomac. Now, everybody knows that I love Real Housewives of Atlanta. My love for it has definitely waned. And if I am feeling down, if I am feeling just very sad and just overwhelmed, I go to Potomac. Now, if I'm depressed and I just really want to feel better, I start with season 2, episode 2, because that's really where the show really gave everything for me. But if I really want to watch everything all over again, I'll start from season 1. But I've rewatched it at least, I want to say 30 times since it's been on.
Well, let me be corrected because Pink Pearl said Jamal wasn't married before Gizelle. He had baby mamas. Girlfriends. Gizelle was his first wife, so I was wrong. I will receive that.
Well, see, now I just got to tell people to type it in the chat so that you can receive it.
Well, she still was out fighting them in the parking lot, so it still doesn't
because you messing with my husband.
It wasn't her husband. She was fighting baby mom before she became a wife.
Because I'm about to be a wife.
How you gonna be a wife with somebody who has a girlfriend?
You're not about to mess with my back. Why is my mama calling me?
The man cheated on her before marriage, during and after. Absolutely. Miss Bernice said he was in a relationship and Gizelle was the side chick. That's what I did know, that part.
Look, I don't know nothing about the lady marriage. All I know is that it seems as if there's still something that she's holding on to. The lady has been the side chick in a relationship, after the relationship, and she still wants to continue something. There is something that connects them. And it may be strange for a lot of people, and I don't know what the thing is.
I hate that you're doing this. Because I can understand that.
I don't know what the thing is, and she's gone through all of this, and she still is like, let's go on a boat. Let's do all of these things, because it was sound like from a lot of people, keep that man away from me. Okay, I don't ever want to see him again, and even my children don't like him. But still, she wants this connection. Still, she wants something.
But that is the problem. I put this on my notes for later on, but we can talk about this now. Because you said this, I think you said this to me earlier, and I'm like, Karen didn't make a mockery out of that. Monique didn't either. Her kids and her father did that.
Okay.
Her dad was not down for this at all. He came on the show. He thought he was off. They took the thing off, and they were still hearing his audio, and he totally disregarded that. Though her daughters, and she said out of her own mouth, and to Andy Cohen, that it took them a long time to, get in with the program.
Yeah.
So it wasn't nothing that Karen, because this was before the reunion.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't like they just out of nowhere, they were the only people who seen it. The children and her father expressed this.
I hear what you're saying about her and her relationship with her husband. I think that it bothers me sometimes that these women put such an onus on the stability of Gizelle, and if she has a man. And this woman has, even on this show, I mean, she's gone from one home to the next home. She had a business. I don't know where the business is right now, but there's
no business anymore.
She has been making it without a man, even when trying to have one. And the women look at that as, well, you don't have anything. And she's raising 3 amazing daughters who seem like they're doing well. And the read is always, well, your husband. The read is always, but you can't keep a man. The read has always been, you can't keep a man.
The read is not always where's the husband. The read is the daughters are smarter than you, because the daughters are telling her.
The read has always been, you can't keep a man. Even in the first season, they talked about her and her man.
She's had a different man every season, though.
Yeah, but they broke up the one that she had.
That was before Jamal didn't come. But before that, she had like 3 other men.
Yeah, and those ones got broken up by those other. They broke those up.
No, that's not true.
I can tell you the story.
The one guy was her one childhood friend.
And she said that didn't work. And she decided that she didn't want to date him because he still tried to date. And she decided she didn't want to date him. I remember that dinner.
Nobody broke that up. That was Gizelle.
She didn't. She decided that. And that's wrong because she didn't want to be with him.
No. Well,
you can't keep a man. And she the one who said, I think we should stay friends.
But if she keeps going through all these men, but she wants to talk about people's marriages who can keep the marriage, then what's the problem? Like, I don't understand.
Let's keep going.
Why she's attacking marriages.
We can keep going. I think because we can get stuck on this for a minute, and I think I have a good idea with going through the series. I've never been married before, so
okay. But I can't agree with what you're saying that could be an attachment issue that she has with Jamal, because they've had a long-term relationship. They have children together. So I can agree to that, although I didn't think about that before. So we can go there. That's fine. So then we have Mia and Karen.
You like Mia?
I love Mia. I feel like Mia is the ratchetness. She's the beautiful mistake that had to happen for this franchise.
Really?
I'm going to tell you why I'm saying this.
And what that means.
Yes, all of this. I feel like she's not like the rest of these ladies. She's just not. But she has better credentials than all of them.
A lot of them.
Yeah.
Because I don't know her backstory.
Well, they told it to you. If you didn't watch the episode, maybe you need to go back because they told you.
She did it all herself. I thought that it was her husband business, but she is self-made, and she just married that old man after she was already self-made.
I don't know if they said so. We have to watch. I have to figure that out. I don't know. I know what they said, that These are the business that she owns. And these are things that she does. So I feel like what she has going on, no one else on this platform has besides maybe Karen. So
how do you feel? Let's keep going. Let's keep because you were talking about the beautiful mistake.
But I also feel like she's like the ratchetness that needs to, she's almost like Kenya Moore coming in to me. That's how I feel.
Okay.
Because she's gonna shake the table. Candice said that she what did she say? She hazed them before they can haze her.
Okay.
So when Candice said that, I was like, oh, I'm here for this Mia lady. I'm down for it. Like, I need to follow her. I'm gonna start her fan page because I'm down for it.
Okay.
But I feel like they needed this because these girls already knew each other. And then Karen needed someone because Monique had left and she had sided with Monique from last season. And it wasn't going to be a lot of likeness for Karen this season. So
you don't think so?
I think that Ashley would have rolled with her, but I don't think everybody else would have.
Okay.
I think because her and Wendy went through things, Wendy switched sides. But had that not happened, it would have been her and Ashley can't stay on one side or the other. So she would have been her by herself.
Yeah.
But Candice also said that Mia kind of levels it out at the end. So
okay.
But I think Karen needed her this season.
I mean,
and I love their friendship. And I did screenshot some things. So I do want to show this. But first of all, Karen was looking like she's looking right here. But how they look right here, it just looks this looks like a friendship that I just want to be involved in. This is beautiful to me. It looks like everything. And I just could imagine what that atmosphere looked like for me. So I love that you're here because it's helping me not have to keep reading all this stuff.
I thought that the conversations in the car were awkward at some points or forced. But it was cute to have her. I think what always makes me weary or confused about the Black franchises is the way that we've moved away from the glitz, the glam, the funness, and the richness of these women to she got this business, she got that business, she got this business, she got that business. I'm not coming here to watch these people work, okay?
But that's what I see in the car, the glitz and the glamour. This is what I see in the car right now, the glitz and the glamour.
Yeah, but they got to go to work.
Who goes? Well, they own the business. They don't. You don't see them go to work. I mean,
Let Karen tell it. I'm discovering. I have all of these.
She has appearances.
Girl, okay. So I don't want to see y'all go to work, okay? I want y'all to be rich and be fabulous with your rich husbands. And the way that they try to make it seem like, I mean, I think that Wendy does definitely add another element with the educational standpoint inside, but it don't even seem like she go to work. Like, we must be filming during the off times because I just want to see y'all be rich and have fun.
But I feel like we're going to get to see more of Wendy this season than we did last season. And I think she's been saying that in her interviews. So, you know, even Wendy, I wasn't really fond of her last season. But this season, and I may be biased because she is friends with Karen now, but I feel like we're going to get more from Wendy this season.
Oh, so I want her to just be free and live a rich, fun life. That's what I want to see on the show. I want to be like, how you gotta get your money? You
can't define a rich life on your terms, though, because
that's true.
For her, that may look like her going on to the what is it? She on CNN or something like that?
Oh no, she's a commentator.
Yeah, so that may look like that to her. So you can't define that for her if it looks like that to her, because that to me, even me and you had this conversation. You was like, you know, you said something. I was like, you know, well, you know, work your YouTube thing. He was like, that's work to me. But for
I don't want to work.
It's not work though.
Yeah, but it's not work when you don't have to do it. I want to be able to decide when I'm going to get up and put a video up because I'm taking care of. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't want to work, okay? And y'all can say whatever y'all want to say. I wasn't built for it. It's very ghetto. I do it. I do the work that I love, which makes it easier for me to do it. And I did not grow up with money, so I have to do it. Somebody has to. The bills have to get paid. My education has to get paid, and there wasn't no wealth of money left for me, so somebody got to pay for the stuff. But I don't want to be that, and I don't want to watch it. Then I go watch Love and Hip Hop or something like that, where the people got to act like they in studios or open up boutiques. I want to just see them having glass of champagne. I want those two women to be taken care of. And not feeling like she's a boss. She has all of these businesses. She's doing all of these things. Girl, cute, but that is what defines you. It's your richness, your liveliness. I liked it better season 1 where I just saw them at charities, giving money to thousands of dollars at things, going out, shopping. Now everybody worried about who got the business. And that's not the richness I wanted to watch anymore.
So then why don't you like Karen like this? Like, what's the issue with Karen?
Because Karen, the way Karen, I think where my frustration comes with Karen is that
she doesn't like Gizelle.
No, it's not. It's not that. Because when I first got on the show, Karen was who I loved the most. I didn't like Gizelle. No, I saw a shift in change in
why?
Her actions.
Why though? Why?
I am not sure. I think that a lot of it came from her and Charisse. And once they started to clash in battle, when Charisse was like, I'm Potomac, and Karen was like, I'm Potomac. And
but Karen came in original. Karen came in off the. They called her the Grand Dame of Potomac.
No, Charisse Karen called herself the.
No, Karen Gizelle did too. Giselle
they said, "Is that what they joked about? Is that what we're calling
did
her?"
Too. Giselle did too. She did. Go back. We can watch it together.
We will. We will.
We can watch it together.
There was like, I guess if we're giving each other's names. I remember it being a joke at the table because then they tried to say that Charisse, because Charisse is the one who the show centered around, because it was Charisse with the friends and the contact and the elevation, and that's what. No, it was Charisse. Now, they all had been friends for a long time, but Charisse was the one that centered the group. And they've always talked about that. And Charisse still is there and still knows those people ain't walking around.
And she caused a mess in the background.
Yes, still. Okay. But she's the one who centered.
I don't feel like their friendship was ever centered around Charisse. I feel like Charisse knew them, but I feel like they were actual friends. I don't feel like they were actual friends of Charisse's like that. I feel like, because even if you look at the dynamics of this group of women, Charisse is in the background. She's always the one causing problems. She's always the one doing the most, and she's not even on the show. She came on the show last season, and not even to be filmed, just to drop mess.
Well, she's always been there.
But Karen and Gizelle were the ones who had the friendship.
Okay, I'm not seeing it. I don't remember the story that way. I felt like they've always had the friendship, and it's centered with what's the girl?
We'll go back and watch.
We'll go back and watch. But even in season 2, when Candice came, they were saying like Charisse is the reason we're all here. So you can't talk to Charisse like that, because Candice said she wasn't really Charisse's friend though. She wasn't, but we had to become friends because this is the show. Because Karen made them become friends because Charisse was the reason why they're here. Girl. Okay, so
we'll go back and watch.
Let's go. So then they get there, and her husband poisoned her, so Candice couldn't show up.
Wait, what?
Candice was in the bathroom, and she could not leave the bathroom. Yeah. I didn't understand. I thought that she was having like urination issues. I was like, girl, you just keep being. That's what I heard. Now I know what I heard. But before I was like, they're really going to be letting us hear this? This is disgusting.
Yeah, that was very nasty. I didn't understand why we heard that. But
I didn't want to hear that. Did you? So then they get to but I did feel like the conversation between them in the van was a little forced.
Okay, so I want to hear why you felt like that. We got off track.
It seemed disjointed. It seemed like Karen was like, so she was being. I mean, Karen's normally better at communicating. It seemed like she was giving stage questions or bringing up conversations, and she's normally better.
I feel like she was trying to warn Mia without telling Mia how this was going to go because of how this went for Monique. And if you actually look at it, she still did the same thing that Monique did.
Mm-hmm.
I have these homes, I have this husband, I have these children, I have all these things, and these women who have none of this stuff are now looking at me and they're judging me. And you can't say they weren't, because they were definitely in a judgmental space when she got there. And even when she started talking about the homes that she had, I said, girl, you should let that lake house out. That's probably, it's trauma for everybody.
You know what? I think that her personality, I think that Gizelle is just a very standoffish person just in general, and not that she just automatically doesn't like you. I know a lot of people like her where why do I have to automatically greet you and be nice to you and all of those things? I don't have to treat you any type of way. Like it's not required of me. And the way people go around talking about me and who have been rude to me, I don't have to do anything. And so I think that Giselle's always going to be that way. But she came in nice, she came in sweet, she came in kind. I don't think that they judged her. Mia.
Oh, okay.
Mia. And I feel like she got right into it.
So let me pull up my notes because they definitely did.
What they say?
So when she first started talking, she was saying, you know, about her 3 children. And then when she started talking about her home, and is it North Carolina? And she said, oh, my grandchildren live there. Immediately, all the red flags went up and everybody was in arms. I even screenshotted their facial expressions so that you can see this for yourself.
Well, because it's a shocker. I was not prepared to hear that.
They were like, girl, grandchildren.
Yeah.
And no, but they didn't let her finish anything. They were ready to like take her out. But you know, this is Giselle's thing. You cannot say that's not true. That is Giselle's thing. That's why Monique is not here no more. That's Giselle's thing. So when she said it, they were already ready to bury her because they're like, girl, your 12-year-old daughter got a baby. Robin even said out of her mouth, your 12-year-old daughter has a baby, or kid has a baby. And she said daughter because I don't know if they know if it was a man or a woman, or boy or girl. They was ready for it. Then she started going into the age difference.
Mm-hmm.
They were like, wait a minute, the math ain't mathing.
Okay, the producers even said that. They had the numbers on the screen.
But a lot of women don't lie about the age, so maybe she just mixed it up. It does. To me, it didn't really matter.
A lot of women don't lie about their age?
I said they do lie about their age.
Okay, so then she couldn't figure. I think you're getting.
So maybe she mixed it up. Maybe she mixed it up. Her lie got mixed into the truth. I'm gonna give it to Mia because she's new. This is a new group of women. She may have been lying for a long time about this age, and she just mixed it up this time. I'm gonna give it to Mia. I'm gonna give it to her because I felt like she probably had been lying about that age for a long time, and she just forgot what the age gap numbers were really were.
Okay.
She hasn't done it to no one yet. So let's give her this because when Phaedra lied about that baby,
they all sat there and she said, and I need some advice from y'all. And Nene said, with salad in her mouth, you need to let it keep him in there until he comes ready to come out because that don't make no sense. A baby doesn't even have surfactant. That's what Kim said. You're lying about your age.
But Phaedra lied for a long period amount of time, even after that, about when this baby was supposed to be due. So she kept the lie going. At least Mia, when they said it, she said, you know what, you're right. Deaded it. This is why I like this girl because she's like, you know what? They called me in the lie. I'm gonna just say, yep, you know what? You're right. I am this age. He is this age. This is the age gap, and it's done. We can't revisit this.
Oh, so you think she is the age that she said?
Even if she isn't, what we do know is that the age gap that she gave was not right. When they gave her the age gap that it really was, she agreed to it. That's
Are we sure? No, I don't think that we have. I didn't think that we accomplished anything. Put it in the chat, y'all. I'm not sure how many people watch it.
They're saying Mia looks like she's 45.
Put it in the chat, please. 46. Can we see if we got into the age that Mia is? Can y'all just put it in the comments? What age did Mia say she was, and what age do you think Mia is? We'll wait for the chat to load. And while y'all doing that for us, thank y'all so much for helping us out, y'all. What I think is happening right now, and if I'm going to be honest, you're giving. I don't know if you're giving Mia grace or discrediting Gizelle and
45.
Robin, just all FGP. Because I don't think that the woman
45.
came in. I don't know how old the lady is.
Plus.
What is my, hold on. This is the second call.
44, 49, 36, 36. Mia says she's 36, but she looks 46. I was seeing, as she was saying, like, I was going to say, who was the baby yet? Not your 12-year-old. Oh, man. Okay. 39, 38, 36, but she definitely looks 45, 48. Hey, princess. Mia got her age and her age gap confused. Okay. 36. I don't think she wants y'all to know her age. That's okay to me, though. I don't know a lot of women want you to ask. I feel like I grew up learning that it was disrespectful to ask a woman her age.
Yeah, well, these are all women who look like they in the same age range. Okay, so for her to be like,
still, they still ask what her age is. These are also women who know each other.
And she said, "Oh, he's 37 years older than my 30." I mean, so even the producers. Now you know that something a little shaky when the producers are. And Carlos King was like, "It's the producers adding the time of the numbers for me." Girl, you came in a little shaky, and I don't think that it's unfair of the people to be, even when we and you talk and something seems outlandish. When something seems outlandish, I'm the first one who'll be like, wait, what? Can you hold up? And it's not that I'm trying to be rude to you. I'm just like, wait a second, before you go any further, a question again. You said what numbers? Okay, or you said that you got grandchildren? Back up. Like, now I am invested. And it's not that I'm trying to tear you down. I'm like, sorry, I just need you to run that back real quick. You said your grandchildren live where? And you said you're 36? Like, I need, you got some explaining to do, Lucy. Like, I just need you to just tell me a little bit. And I don't think that they were trying to be rude. You can't come up in here saying you're 32 years old, but talk about your grandchildren live down with their kids in Tuscaloosa. Okay, well then, can you tell us more about that, ma'am? And how old are you again?
It was Durham.
I don't care where the lady is from, because I don't even got her age, so we don't know if it's really in North Carolina. I'm not giving her no pass because I don't even know her real age yet, so I'm not even sure if it was in North Carolina. That's just how
I grew up knowing that it's disrespectful to ask a woman her age. It doesn't matter if you're on the Housewives of Potomac or in your own personal house. It is disrespectful. So if that lady lied about her age, I can receive that. That's fine with me. I don't care. So, yes. Let's go to the next part of this, because now you got me all off the track. So what's next? She started talking about Wendy. Wendy gave that she told them that she had her surgeries done. And then, of course, they can't stay on what she told them. They also start looking at her ass and her facial features. Do you feel like Wendy got more done than what she said she got done?
Excuse me. She said on Twitter that she did. They just cut a lot of it out. But you can look at Wendy. I remember when pictures started coming out, and I was thinking, Harpo, who this woman? Because in a lot of the photos, I didn't know who the new house guest was. I was thinking Mia keep looking more and more different. It wasn't Mia. It was Wendy. And it just it wasn't inconsistent to me. And I was thinking, something is not clicking here. And then she had the nerve to come up here and be like, oh, it's just my boobies. Girl, okay, what do y'all call boobies there in Nigeria? Because that is not the only thing that you got done, and maybe this is code for something else in another language. And I didn't like the dissertation. Did we talk about how Ashley came in there and tried to put on those shoes?
No, I didn't even put that on there because I was like, I don't understand that.
She was like, well,
but I also don't want to make fun of that because she's pregnant.
Well, it's not, I'm not making fun of it. It was like, girl, be pregnant. Like, we all know you pregnant, be pregnant. And you didn't even try on the shoes before we got it. That strap looked like it hasn't been around those ankles in a long time. And even Gizelle got down and was like, well, if you want to put them on, girl, then no, Ashley, it's just not going to work. Put those rain boots back on.
Let me do my super chat. Lift It Up says, why are we pressed about her age? Be pressed about Gizelle's fake relationship for years and Robin's never ever marriage to I'm so glad Juan is not here. I was glad. This is why this is one of my subscribers, because we are on the same page.
I understand, and y'all need to get to the next chapter. Y'all still way behind, because if we got to worry about fake relationships, then I can worry about fake ages. Okay, and all that work done. Okay, tell us how old you are, lady. Even nobody in the chat thinks that she's 30, whatever she thinks she is.
They don't, but it doesn't matter. It's disrespectful to ask a woman what her age is. Nobody has ever asked yourself, how old are you?
I think that they have.
When? Well, show it to me and we can talk about it.
It was on the. It was after Candice was talking about Sharice and saying geriatric granny and all of y'all being old. She's like, well, we're not old because I can't remember what age everybody is, but they've talked about their ages before.
They have talked about it. Nobody's asked them how old they are.
Okay.
That's their own person. They can tell their own personal age, but nobody said, how old are you?
I don't think it was in a disrespectful light for a woman of their ages if they're all now in the same room with each other. And you say you have grandchildren, but you looking like you're 10. How old are you, little girl?
I want to say something so bad, but I
don't say it.
I don't. It doesn't matter how old a grandparent is. A grandparent could be a young grandparent.
I don't think that the age of the grandparent matters. I think that now that we're with each other, you want to, how it's, my mama will always say, why don't be going hanging out with those old people. Stay with the people in your age range. Get out of grown folks' business. Yeah, well, I think grown folks need to know who's the grown folks in the grown folks' business. So if we gonna be in grown folks' business, we need to know who the age range is of the grown folks.
Wait. Dana's Kurt said, Ashley trying to put those shoes on my child abuse.
Y'all not right. Y'all are not right. Y'all are not right. Y'all not right. Y'all not right. Y'all not right. Disrespectful in the chat.
Make it make sense. Queen said they lie about the ages all the time. Exactly. Agreed. I don't think that should have been highlighted, but they were waiting on something with this lady. Because again, but I feel like Mia's not going to give them this.
How do you get to know someone without asking the questions? Or what questions do you think they should have asked?
Ask them about real stuff, like, what do you do? What do you like to do? So we could be friends. Like, my age should not matter to you because how old is Ashley? She's in her 30s, right?
Too young for that old man.
And she's hanging out with people who are way above her age range. So her age didn't matter. Okay. So that didn't matter. That shouldn't have been a factor.
I think that it was because
grandparents now are 27. That is very true.
That's true. And again, I have no problem with what age grandparents are. I just didn't think that it was an issue with them asking. When Ashley joined the group, Karen and Giselle, they all made her, and even when Candice joined the group, you are a little girl. You can't be talking to us established older women like this. They do look at age as a factor.
But I also feel like that's why she shouldn't have to tell them that, because that's another reason why they would downplay her if she was that age.
Yeah, but your faves have done it.
And G-Rod said that it was tacky. And
it was not. It was not G-Rod. I'm sorry.
It was tacky. It was very tacky. I just love staying tacky.
We could tell.
Okay, so what happened after this? We're at they asked her age. So then she started going off on her. Did she go off about her plastic surgery before or after Wendy?
Wendy. So they asked Wendy if she got other things done, and I guess Wendy was saying that the producers made it seem as if she didn't say everything she got, but she said she mentioned all of these things that she did have. And then they asked the other woman, and I'm not sure if this is a common thing you ask, and now we talk about commonality, is being rude. They didn't ask her, do you sing, do you dance, girl?
They didn't ask her anything about her.
They asked her what surgeries
they let her talk, and they judged her off things she was saying. That's what I'm saying. But this is the type of women that she's around. So of course I'm not going to walk in and saying, well, yes, girl, I'm 50 years old. I have grandchildren, and I also have a 12-year-old. I'm not walking in a situation thinking this is a safe space. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, we're judging those in the space. So they asked her, what surgeries did you get done? And she's like, oh, she's had every surgery known to man, and even her vagina done.
Yes, she did.
Child, but Ashley was like, wait a second, can I know more about that?
And gave no F's about it. And I love that.
Because I think that they didn't give any F's about it, except for Ashley. Her booty hole was torn, so she wanted to know, how do you fix the front part?
All of them did, besides Karen and Ashley, because they all had confessionals about it.
Did they?
They did. They all cared about it.
What were the cares?
They were concerned that she had this. Ashley said that. Hold on, I'm gonna tell you what Ashley said, because I wrote this down.
Is it so? If we're commenting on what we're talking about, I think you're looking at that as
they were all saying that basically it was beat up. That's why she had to get it redone. They all were saying that.
I mean, well, girl, if you got to get it rejuvenated, or how many times? These are the questions. Lauren, that is true. Did y'all see how Wendy looked at those?
We're gonna get there in a minute. They were all concerned about that, but I feel like if she had a great sex life, then what's wrong with that?
Was that the assumption we were supposed to be making, that her sex life was great?
Ashley said that her clit had been beat the F up. I don't think she said the F word, but she said it had been beat up. She had a great sex life. What is wrong with that? We take it as if it's beat up, it's a great sex life. I'm just trying to make sure I'm drawing the same conclusions, and I'm making sure. That's what I thought. Is there a different reason? Is there a different reason for this? I'm not sure. I don't really know anything about that, so I don't know. That's what I thought. I don't know if it's because I don't think that if someone said that Gizelle's things were beat up, they'll say she had a great sex life. They'll be like, "Oh, she's a whore." Gizelle has a firebox. We know what that means, so that's a different situation. Yeah, it has to get beat up. It has to get beat up for you to get it. Well, it also has to be beat up for you to stop getting it. But that's a different story, and maybe you need to get it redone. Maybe she needs to rejuvenate. Okay. Maybe she just needs a quick rejuvenation. Okay. That's all I'm saying. If we're going to judge Mia, at least she got something. She got it fixed. That's all I'm saying. The doubles, y'all. This double standard that he puts on here. This is what we was arguing. But go ahead. So they all start talking about that. Ashley said, "Can I get one too? Who did you go to? Who's your doctor?" Because Ashley wants hers rejuvenated as well. I wonder if Ashley is concerned about ripping her booty hole, because when she had torn it last time when she gave birth, and I wonder if she's like, "Look, once this baby comes out, I'm about to rejuvenate this thing. Can you give me the business cards?" But it's not. I mean, even Ashley was honest about that. You know what I'm saying? Ashley's honest about everything. Well, kind of ish. Gizelle has been honest about her firebox. See how I keep it classy, how I rise above y'all? So anyway, we get to the denture, and they're all coming around. First of all, that lady did not stick to the script as much as she could have. She came out there, okay, with that mask on, and she was like, "Good evening, ladies. I'm going to be serving you a clam chowder shrimp." She probably smelled that firebox. And I was thinking to myself, well, give me real authentic rich teas. Tell us as it's being served in front of us. I love a high-end restaurant. Okay, let me correct what I said. She did say she beat it that it was beat to a pulp. That's what she said. Who said that? Ashley said that it was beat to a pulp. Oh, so Ashley judged her. I said that. That's what I just said. That's what I'm talking about. You said, "Oh, the ladies." You said Gizelle. You said Karen and Ashley did it. I didn't say. I said that. What I was saying was Ashley was honest out loud. She said this, that it was beat to a pulp. They all were just looking at her like she was just a nasty person. Hold on, look behind you, because as you backpedal, I don't want you to trip and fall, girl. Every time we get a lot. Why do you have to talk to this person? Yeah, while we're talking, as you turn, I don't want you to trip. I want you to come onto the line. I don't want you to trip. Clearly, I'm not here. I don't want you to trip and fall as you backpedal. Okay, I want you. I'm not backpedaling. I'm not backpedaling.
Okay.
I just had a conversation with you about it. Next time you're gonna do live with him for real.
Yeah, I like her better. I like her better. Okay.
I'm sure you do. Because he doesn't
do.
talk back. He doesn't talk back.
So Busy does not ride for Gizelle. I tried my best to stay neutral. I do unapologetically ride for Candice. I think that we're very similar in a lot of ways.
You have been giving Gizelle way more than you have given Candice. And the only reason why I even tried to give Candice anything was because of you. But we keep talking about Gizelle, and I'm like, well, let Candice go. She could be collateral damage at this point. Let's go back to Gizelle so I can figure out what is the reason why we keep riding for this Gizelle person.
We'll do that on my channel. We've already talked about that. Thank you so much. We're not, because we have a lot of shows that we need to watch together, so I can get you together.
I'm all right. I have to make notes because I can't. I can't.
The way you're making them, I don't think that you'll be able to go against me.
I can't even go against the notes right now because, well, let me do. I got super chat. Love the synergy. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
The lovely Sherry.
And we don't actually like each other in person. Like, we fought 3 times. So it's good
that this is our first argument today.
That's a lie.
We didn't argue before. What did we argue about before this?
Karen.
Today.
Yes.
I said this is our first argument we got into today.
Oh, okay. True. Because we did fight. You was about to,
I'm a lover, not a fighter.
That's a lie. So after that, so as they're sitting down there eating, and they're talking about why Candice did not appear, and Robin.
I did not like this. What? And this is when I was going to stand for Candice at this point. But go ahead.
Robin was saying that it's a possibility. She kept saying, "I'm not sure. I don't know, but maybe it's a possibility of what you have done." And I feel like it was a fair assumption but
she said it so many times, though.
Only to make sure that Karen understands that this could be one of the things, and that you have to, when you're friends with someone. And I think it's because I say this all the time. I hang out with a lot of females. Majority of the males that I hang out with are just because they my hood cousins and brothers. But outside of them, I hang out with a lot of females. So this female dynamic, I've been thrusted into a lot. And it's natural and normal at sometimes, especially when you all love each other and you just want people to get along. And you want to do things together, to be like, you may have to apologize for that. I'm not sure that this is why they haven't picked up the phone for you, but I think you were kind of wrong with the thing you did last year. So before we go on this trip, or before we do this thing, you may want to say you're sorry. You may want to think about this. You may want to, only because I think that it's fair to come from that perspective. And then also letting your friend know, it didn't seem right as well, and that could be a part of contingency when it comes to our friendship. And I don't think that she said this is what it is, but just know that this may be something that you'll have to work through. Karen tried to get that girl. If you call HR on me, talking about she needs a therapist,
she should have called them on her.
I will never, ever.
She did the right thing.
Because then Candice could have done that as Karen was going through all of those things. I think I need to call HR. I don't want any of my friends that I'm working with. Y'all put in the comments. We got over 200 people in here. Tell me in the comments, have you worked with one of your friends and you just thought that it was appropriate, okay, to go to the manager and the HR and say something not right with them, and you need to go, and I need you to check in on them.
Well, let's back it up. Let's pull it back a little bit. Have you ever worked with someone who told you that you should rot in hell?
Yes.
And then go to your manager because you feel like this seems like a death threat to me.
They're not friends. Then we were not friends.
Well, my friends will never go to HR. They would come to me and tell me I should rot in hell, not my manager.
Child, if I was friends with you, I'd tell you to go to hell.
You're not gonna tell me to go to hell.
Not
to rot in hell because you made a mistake.
It's a rot in hell, and I took that as a threat. Girl, I didn't. How would I tell you?
I said that wrong. You cannot tell me I need to rot in hell because you made a mistake.
I didn't make a mistake. I got beat up.
You asked someone to beat you up, and then you got beat up, and then I should write in hell because I'm friends with both of y'all, and I'm trying to make sure that y'all make things.
But she didn't go for the other girl.
Yes, who didn't?
She didn't say, and this other girl blacking out and beating people up, she didn't go to HR about her.
Because it wasn't, the girl didn't ever say anything to her.
She's blacking out. Are you concerned about the person's well-being? Or are you concerned about...
That's not... we cannot do that because that's a natural reaction for some people.
Somebody said my friend went to HR on me and I lost my job. No, girl, no, nobody wants you to go to HR. You cannot sit here and think you a friend of mine and then go to the person who employs me and think that it's okay.
If y'all working together? I don't feel like Karen did anything wrong because if this girl is already causing problems in our group of friends, and then because I'm not doing what she wants me to do, I need to rot in hell.
Mm-hmm.
That's not okay.
Okay.
Because am I the target next?
Are you the target next to beat me up?
No, am I the target next for you to start digging to issues with my family, making up lies, and then now I want to fight you? Before we even get there, let me put a check mark in this and let's cut it where it begins. We're not even gonna get here, girl. Before you get to my family, let me call production so we don't have to get here.
Okay. Well, now I know where you stand.
Well,
that's suspicious.
We will talk off the line.
No, we won't.
No, we're not. Yes, we will, because we're not gonna be in this kind of space. But you don't sit up here and you taunt this lady for years.
Okay.
Because it wasn't new. It was years. You were involved in a conversation that you knew about. Okay, since we're gonna be here,
let's finish this. Well, this is a recap, and I want the people who are gonna watch it on the playback to get their full recap.
Okay. We'll do this on your channel.
Yeah.
Because I got a question for you, but okay. So let's get to Karen and Gizelle at the table for the final showdown.
Mm-hmm.
Gizelle decides that she's going to... Are you ready? Because I hear things going on over there.
You don't hear nothing going on over here?
Okay. So Gizelle decides that she's going to tell all of Karen's business.
Mm-hmm.
Because Karen... what I did not say was this. Gizelle has been saying through the whole entire episode that Karen was coming for her family.
Yes.
There were flashbacks from last season.
Mm-hmm.
And so we get to this moment here.
Yeah.
So we finally get to Karen and Gizelle being in the same place.
Right.
And Gizelle tells Karen because of this, she's going to tell all of Karen's business.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just stop there. How do you feel about this?
I think that they are friends. I think these are two hurt friends. And I think that they have a misunderstanding that they will not get over. And I think that the tides turn from season to season. So I get where Karen is coming from against Gizelle, and I get where Gizelle is coming from against Karen. I'm not saying anybody's right or there's someone in more favor than others. I'm not sure if Gizelle feels as if I know Karen feels as if in some parts it does confuse me and bother me, because when Andy did the question and answer for her on the after show, she made it seem like nothing has ever bothered her. So she's never been Karen.
Okay.
The game was, did Gizelle bother you? Because Gizelle was like, I've never bothered her.
No,
and they played the game. And
Karen gave two things that bothered her. She gave two things that bothered her.
Two things. And but it's acting like this. There's this plethora of things that Gizelle has done. Sometimes it makes me feel like Karen is holding on to, you have tried to ruin or attack my family. And
Gizelle said that, not Karen. Gizelle said that.
Well, no, I think that the argument for Karen's sake sometimes is you have not been truthful, and you weren't on my side and kind to me when I needed help, but nothing has bothered me. And then from Gizelle's side, it's like, okay, but if nothing has bothered you and I've never bothered you, why did you go and attack what you thought was real or fake, or my husband, or my relationship with it, where I'm wearing, where's my business? If nothing I've ever done has bothered you except for two things, why then now Karen is going to read her clothes, she's going to read her wigs, her styling choices, her business acumen, but the only thing I had a problem with was two things, and now I'm about to attack everything Gizelle does, but Gizelle, you can't say nothing back, even though Karen is saying, well, the only thing that's bothering me is one thing.
Busy, that is so not true. I don't even know how you are doing this right now. Mm-hmm. So we are in a whole new year, and a whole new time. Yeah. At those times, did those things bother her? Probably they did. Probably. Where Karen is at now, they don't bother her.
Well, the game was, did it?
But it didn't bother her because one, she knew it wasn't true. But you know what did bother her was the firebox comment. Well, we didn't get there yet. So let me stop. So let's go back. Mm-hmm. What I do think is this. I feel like that they were really friends, because even when they were messing up before, they were like, well, it was just a mistake, but most of it was on Karen from Gizelle. So whenever it happened, Karen was like, well, me and Gizelle are friends, so I can forgive her because Gizelle has apologized. But it just began to be so much. And when it got to this season, with the rumors that were going around, because Karen said that she didn't like what was going on last season. Mm-hmm. She was very vocal about that. She also made it a point to say that I'm not standing on either side. I'm standing on the side of right. Right. They chose a side for Karen, which was Monique's side. She always said, I didn't choose a side. Let me finish. I'm not
going to say anything.
She always said, I didn't choose a side. I chose the side of right, which is they need to talk. They need to work things out for themselves. Mm-hmm. Even Gizelle sat at that table and said that she didn't know what the legal process was of what Candice was doing. Mm-hmm. She thought that she would get a fine or something. So these women don't know what would have gone on. Karen knew, which is why she stood by Monique, because she knew what Candice was doing could have cost Candice a lot. Could have cost Monique a lot. So that's why she stood by her.
Nothing to do.
Let me finish. So when she says that she's standing by the side of right, she's absolutely right. She stood by the side of right because they both messed up. Candice let these women get in and put a battery in her back and run them up to the point where she felt like it was okay for her to get in this woman's face and say the things that she said, mock her multiple times, act like a child, instead of being adult and be a friend like she had been many of years before this happened, and say, hey, Monique, let's have a conversation because we are really friends for real. Because they both said that. Yeah. That's where, to me, when I look at this is where Karen stood. Okay. She stood at the point as that these were real friends, but there were people interfering with this friendship. Okay. So when it came down to it, when everybody took Candice's side, she sat on the side with Monique because no one else stood there with her. I hear you. And she should have, because they were both wrong. Okay. So now we're in a space where now Karen is the target. Okay. Well, we're gonna talk about Karen's finances. We're gonna talk about Karen's husband because to be honest, Gizelle has came for the fact that raised penis don't work for many of seasons. Mm-hmm. Is that wrong or right? Yeah. So she's sitting here and she's saying all these things, but at the end of the day, she has came for this woman's marriage multiple times, and she doesn't have a marriage. She doesn't have a husband. She doesn't have a man who's stuck in the wrong for a long time, and she hasn't been the person who has destroyed anything that has gone on with Karen. I hear you. So she doesn't deserve the treatment that Gizelle has been giving her. And I will leave it there. I will leave it there. Yes. Oh, well, and I got to do this. Marcella said, "Busy Blue and SoDebNair, we love you."
We
Okay,
love
go
you
ahead.
too. Oh no, I had no
You too,
response. I had no response.
Oh, okay.
I
just want to break that
love
down.
to. Yeah, I think that you have an interesting perspective. I disagree, but we can. But I am not above agreeing to disagree. I am not a fighter. I am not one for physical violence. And I can see how people get there, but I can never be on or stand on the side of someone viciously attacking, blacking out, or what have you, someone else. I would hate to have kids and my kid comes home, they're trying to be nice and caring and kind, or having a verbal disagreement and someone physically attacks them and the school saying no, they both were wrong. I remember I got suspended once when I was in middle school because I had a bully, and I finally was like no, and then I got beat up like I always do, and I got suspended from school.
Somebody beat you up?
Yeah, it was a long time ago. It wasn't middle school, it was elementary school.
You want to go fight him?
No, well, I know that 2 of them are in jail, so it was a pattern of behavior that was going to continue. But it's just physical violence is not my thing, and I can definitely battle with a war with words, and I could just never be on the side of someone who. I don't think that there's a right side when it comes to physical violence. If we're sitting here battling with words, and then you decide to, and even if I'm getting bullied and I'm fed up and I'm like, okay, you know what, fine, just hit me, because that is what happened to me. The bully was like, I'll beat you up. Okay, then just do it, because it's all of these constant attacks of you saying I'll drag you, I'm gonna beat you up, I'm gonna slap you. Then come on and do it, and then they did it, and then the principal suspended me, and my mom came up to that school every day until they reinstalled me. Because why are you suspending my child because of this person's poor behavior? And she could not for any reason figure out why they were suspending me. And the agreement was, well, they both were in the fight. My son was beat up, and the boy said he beat him up.
Okay.
But that's last year.
Let's rewind this a little bit though, for real.
That's last year.
That is last year, but it's still it was actually on this episode of this season. So let's bring it up a little bit.
Go ahead.
I do feel like bullies feel like verbally they can abuse you. But you also can bully someone who verbally doesn't know how to handle that. They can handle you physically.
Mm-hmm.
Does it make it wrong or right? No. But it also doesn't make the other side, because it was verbally, better.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, I never thought that fight was Candice's fault. I thought it was Gizelle's fault. This is why I don't like Gizelle. And me and her husband have gone back and forth about it, because I'm very passionate about the fact that I don't think that it was Candice's fault. I think that it was Gizelle's fault. But
the world blames Candice. I see her just as culpable as Monique, which is why
I said, "Can I get a minute?" I could have said that.
I didn't hear that.
That's one of them.
No joking. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Mute me.
I'm not gonna mute you. I feel like a lot of people don't feel like that. I feel like a lot of people feel like there was a baddie put in her back. Gizelle sacrificed her for that because Gizelle didn't want her there. We've known that since she's been on that show, because originally they were friends.
Mm-hmm.
And now when you look at the pictures, there are 2 sides of the cast. There is Robin, Gizelle, Candice, and Robin's new friend. And then there is Mia, Karen, Ashley, and Wendy.
I think that's interesting. I never heard someone say that.
No, they've been saying on the internet all the time. May not be paying attention, but they've been.
I go to work.
They've been saying, "Well, this was on the weekend, so you were not at work, and we were on the internet together." So I know this was on the internet, but there's a division, and Wendy has chosen a different side. And even in that, Mia said that she wasn't expecting Wendy. So there's a lot going on this season that's happening. What I do feel like is that last season should have never happened. But Gizelle put that battery in Candice's back. She sacrificed her so that she didn't have to go through the backlash she wanted because she did not want that girl on that show.
That's an interesting theory.
So now we have Mia, who is very similar. And I just want to see how it plays out.
Okay. I can't wait for us to rewatch and dive in. I think Absolutely. That I feel like that I can help you see. Well, no. I think that you are very stern, and I feel, why does Gizelle keep coming for Ray's alleged erectile dysfunction? That's just so wrong. I think that
that's not right.
This point, I don't know what's going on with his erectile dysfunction, if he has it or not.
And that didn't start this season. This has been for almost the last.
Yeah, Karen said it to them. Karen said it to that Robin, Sharice, and Gizelle have said it, and those are the main friends. So I'm not gonna say what's going on. Karen's mouth has been retired. I don't know what the stance is looking like, so I'm not sure. I will say that I was going back to because if they came in for the review want to watch back, I feel sorry for y'all. At the table though, I did not see anything wrong in how I don't see anything wrong in how Gizelle feels. I think that because Gizelle has done wrong to a lot of people, sometimes people feel like that she can't feel anything. And people are people still. She has feelings too. Just as much as Karen has dragged people, she still can have feelings.
Not people. Not. Make sure we're saying it right. She has to drag people.
She can have a feeling about what Karen has said back to her. If Karen has, if they had a true close connection in friendship, long-standing friendship, they can say. She can say, well, then I'm hurt by some of those other things. I don't like the other person. So that was easy for me to not care. Because Gizelle could not care about a lot of people's stuff. But I don't like the other person. So I don't care about what that other person was saying. But for you to co-sign it, that hurt.
Who, me?
No, talking to Karen. Okay. And so then at this point, then we will start to talk. Then I feel like at this point, if all of my stuff that you talked about with my children and what was going on with their father and our relationship, then I can start to then talk about your drunkenness and all that stuff. Because that last season when she was drunk and drinking all that Fireball, and Robin was like, "Girl, I heard you had this Fireball. What are you talking about?"
Why heard.
Why are you saying that? What's going on? Girl, and then Wendy was right there. Yeah, remember what's
But do you see how responsible this is that she knew in front of people who she knew?
What are you saying? Her? What are you trying to say? So we can't talk about the real you, what you said and how you said it. And
busy.
Now it's my turn to talk about you asking for your return, okay? And you saying you want your money back, and you getting drunk downstairs at that basement and having more and more cocktails every second and saying that you don't even like his penis anymore. We're gonna talk about it.
She did that in front of people that she thought she could trust because it was not Robin and it was not Gizelle. It was Wendy.
Mm-hmm. So why would she think she could trust them?
Because at the time they were not having an issue. So then what they do is they go back and they tell Gizelle, Gizelle's going to drag it to the ground. So then we're back here again. So what comes at the end of it when it comes to this season?
Somebody said poor Ray.
She can't trust none of them, and it is sad for Ray because Ray has nothing to do with this.
This
is why I love Housewives of Atlanta. I love the Married to Medicine people because they make sure that the husbands are not involved. But Gizelle has no filters. Gizelle's going to drag Ray's penis to the end of her life. It wasn't this season. It was for the last 4 seasons. Okay. But we're supposed to be like, oh, Gizelle, she's a really good person. She just don't like Ray's penis because of Karen. This is not good. It's not good.
I what you're saying.
Amira says, so is it okay that Candice threw a knife at Ashley?
Let me tell you one thing.
And don't say about a butter knife. Don't say about no butter knife.
I don't care what type of knife it was. It could have been a machete. Once I tell you to get the fuck out my sorry, excuse me. Once I say get out of my home, okay? And Ashley was like, oh, so I'm coming back in? No, not once, not twice, but
Do not come back
3
now.
times.
I'm gonna get that much Eddie throw at me.
Yeah, I don't think that it was. I don't care what type of knife it was. Girl, I wish you could. I tell you one thing. In my home,
they are working a job.
In my home so the house doesn't matter. In my just like Karen said, yo, you ladies will lower your house and your voices in my home. Respect my home. If you're in my house, girl, I will pick up my favorite, champagne flutes, and I'm gonna tell you one time to get out, okay? And in my home, if I see you come, I wish I was having a barbecue. I ask somebody to leave, and then I go use the bathroom, and I come back, and they sitting down. Did not say to get out of the house. Get out of that. You can fire me, but what I won't be disrespected is in me and my mother's home or my mama's home, my family home. When I say leave,
it wasn't her. It was not her home though to tell her to leave.
My mama's home.
Her mom didn't take leave.
I know you in line. I'm the person who got the bed sheets and everything up in here. And if I say to get out of this house, you better get out of this house.
The bed sheets did not say
and leave. I wish you would come back into here. I am speaking for Dorothy. I'm the power of attorney.
Dorothy said
I said to leave.
Unless Dorothy said leave, she was totally fine.
And what happened with this thing with everybody trying to figure out? Most of these people who be in these comments live in apartment complexes. Do you think that we say, oh, well, if the person who owns the building didn't say to get out, then I'm not going anywhere? Girl,
well,
that's
I will
not
tell
how
you,
it goes.
Well, I would tell you as a concierge, if the person tells you to leave that home, that's fine, but they can still stand in the hallway.
Yeah, actually, go the door. Go to the hallway.
And if someone invites them back into the house, they're able to come back into the house. We cannot do anything about that.
Thank you, she was not in my house by way of my mother. Okay, get out.
Her mother was the owner of the home. If the mother didn't say leave, this is not a place for you to pull up your balls.
I don't believe in your. I don't believe in your soul of soul that you believe that, because if your mother had a home and you was at your mama's house and somebody was disrespecting
I wouldn't invite people to my mom's house, so it wouldn't be.
But you would also feel like you have enough of the
I would never invite my friends like this to my mom's home. I wouldn't. So it would happen.
Okay.
And if I did, my mom would be there to say, "Y'all need to leave."
You're so grown. You're so grown. You're so grown. Okay. You're so grown. You're so grown. You're so mature. Mommy, tell her can you tell her to leave, please, Mom?
I'm like, Mom, this is not my place. If you want them to stay, I will leave. My mom was like, well, my son's not leaving. Y'all need to leave.
Oh, so you got to go to back channels?
Yeah,
so what y'all rather have said, because then y'all would have clowned her for this. Oh, okay, you think that I'm joking? Ma, I'm gonna put you on speakerphone. This Ashley. Can you tell her, please?
That's the choice that she made, though. That's the choice that she made.
Can you tell her to get out, please? Then y'all would have said something. Like Girl Eagle said, Mama said, then it would have been, well, then let me call my mother. And then y'all would have been clowning her for that. Yeah, give her no pass.
I mean, she told us that she bought this home by herself, but Dorothy clearly said on the reunion that wasn't the truth. So.
No, she said there was an investment property that they both went in together, and both of them
she said this is me and Chris's home, and Dorothy said, "Did y'all?"
No, she said me and them have been paying the mortgage, and she said if you say so. I've watched these seasons over again. I'm telling you.
We're gonna watch it again together. We're gonna watch it together.
And I want you to apologize publicly, okay?
I will.
And you tell them
how much I'm apologizing.
How much you appreciate and value me, and how you will then, after this, only concede.
First of all, I will tell you that now, but that is not why we're gonna do this. Dorothy is a part of the home.
Look, Dorothy's not even here right now. She's on the cardboard cutout. We don't got to talk about her. How you want to end this?
She still lives in the house. So we're going to end this on this. So let's get into the digs that Gizelle and Karen gave to each other.
They old, dusty, tired, late.
Giselle's are very much old, dusty, and late. I do agree with that. Karen
Giselle didn't say anything.
She did. She said, I'm going to tell the truth about you. I'm going to tell about your cheating. I'm going to tell about your, wait a minute, right? Because I wrote it down.
She didn't throw insults. She said
she did throw insults.
She said, I'm going to start to tell the truth. I'm going to talk about your drunk truth, your cheating truth, your other truth. But just wait. We all know
that Karen gets drunk. We've seen it before. So I don't understand what that's
about. So then why was it? How did it become? If these things are facts, how are you mad at it?
Because what she said was Because what she doesn't understand is that she is a single woman who is trying to, with this attack to a married man who cheats on her, who is talking to a married woman who's been married for 25 years, that she cheated on her husband.
She's complained about her marriage, and they've talked about blue eyes.
But
even
Gizelle
Ray got a private detective because he thought that they were doing something.
But did he find anything?
They didn't say that. I don't think Karen was going to talk about that.
But can I ask you this? Is Jamal coming?
No, of course not.
Exactly. So that's the point that she's making. It's like, don't come for her. But what she did say that Gizelle looked shook about, and also let me pull up the picture of this, is that when she said that Gizelle had a fire crotch, Robin's face looked like this.
Because now this is what we're doing?
Robin didn't look like the crotch wasn't fired. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, because this is what we're doing.
Well, she just said that she's going to tell all of Karen's truth, and that she is an alcoholic, and that
she didn't say you're alcoholic. She didn't say you're alcoholic, and she didn't say you were cheating on Ray.
What did she say? She
said, "I'm going to start to tell now your truths. Okay, your drunk truths, your cheating truths, and the rest of your truths." She did not accuse her of anything. She said, "I am now going to tell the truths."
Okay.
That is the fact. And then Karen said, "Well, you're a slut from the 90s. You got all of this stuff." Karen actually slung insults.
Well, and they were very rightfully so. And they resonated with us.
Child, we could have heard those going past the kindergarten.
When Karen said, "You are a broken whore from Hampton University," and everybody knows it. Everybody does know that was from that time frame. But also when Robin looked like this.
Because it's like, what are we doing?
No, she was like, "Bitch, I was expecting her to say this part." Now,
yeah, because
I can't back this up. Because, bitch, you are a fiery crotch. The crotch is firing and it's burning. So that is what's happening. So we're stuck here till next episode.
Yeah, I'm not going to do any STD shaming.
It wasn't an STD shaming.
What does fire crotch mean?
Fire crotch means that you could be burning by any type of way. We don't know what that means. We're going to wait till next episode to find out what that means.
So you don't think you don't. So if you were to assume, because you think it's very funny, so you must have an assumption.
But this is not the first time that Robin has done that, because when they asked about the man, what's the man? Jamal. Robin still did the same thing the last time. And actually, she said something.
I'm just wanting to know. So, I'm just saying I'm not STD shaming or slut shaming.
I'm not STD shaming. I just got STD shamed the other day on the internet, so on Beyonce's internet. So I can't really do this.
You just laughed victoriously at somebody.
I thought it was funny. I did think that it was funny that she said that she had a fiery crush. Now she also said they went to sink, and that wasn't a real thing. So I don't know if she was just saying it to shut her down, but what I do know that Gizelle felt that Giselle's face looked like there may be a fiery crotch.
I'm staying out of. I felt like Karen, hers were late and low. I'm not going to slut shame and STD shame. We know what the people are saying when people say
and she said her box is burning. All I know is that when she said it, Robin did not look like the crotch was not firing. And Gizelle does have filters when it comes to anybody else.
I thought it was in poor taste.
But
I had to apologize for calling Porsche a horse show.
So let me ask you this. Yes. So if you don't feel like that, if you feel like that was in poor taste, then do you feel like it was okay for her to say that Karen has a dry crotch?
She said a dropped. Okay.
She said dry.
Was it dry? Oh, because she said she has a WAP. It's not hot. It's WAP. And then
she said she has a WAP box.
So I don't think that anyone talking about each other's. Let's be clear. I don't. Regardless of the words that they were saying, this is not what I want to see these people do. Talk about each other's boxes and crotches. There are other things that they could have done.
But your girl started this.
If you think that her saying it's time for me now to talk about the truth and the insult back to say, well, you have an STD.
She had a whole list of things that she was going to say about Karen.
No, she gave topic points.
No, she said we're gonna talk about you cheating. We're gonna talk about you
She
being
didn't
an
say you cheating.
alcoholic.
She said we're gonna talk about
Well,
some drunk truths, some
what's the
cheating
word you said?
truths,
Yeah, yeah.
some drunk truths, some
The word
cheating
that you said.
truths.
But there
Yes.
was a list. There was a list of things. So then
Topic
Karen said,
points.
"Well, let's talk about your fire crotch." Then she said that Karen had a dry crotch before Karen, because Karen didn't say anything else besides that. So she said she had the dry one. She said she has a WAP box, which I don't understand why she has to have two boxes, but that's fine. But she has two boxes. She has a WAP and then a box. So she has two boxes. And then she went on and on and on about this for a very long time.
I thought it was distasteful for both of them.
I thought that was distasteful for Gizelle because Karen didn't bring up anything.
What she said to her,
what she did was last season. This is a whole new season.
And I think that we're assuming that she had to have gotten over what happened to her last season, and that she is still not trying to reconcile or go through.
They had a whole break.
Yeah, but this is not. But then you assume that throughout this break that she still is not trying to. Gizelle could be just as embarrassed.
And you have to realize that even after that was over with, they had that chat room thing where she still went in on Karen after that.
Yeah, because the lady has not continuously. She is not letting up, and because she took a side of someone else. I don't think. I think that it's unfair. She
should redirect her anger to where it belongs. It belongs with Monique and it belongs with Jamal. Karen is not the enemy.
I don't think that that's the truth.
Karen has only been involved because she took up for Monique. And she did not say that either person was wrong.
So do we think that Karen, and I want to know in the chat then, do we think that Karen is just really trying to be a friend and not an enemy?
How many times has Gizelle disrespected Karen where she was like, when she came and apologized, it was over?
I think at this point, all Karen has to do is step on step on a computer screen, and she's like, Giselle Sessions, Gizelle's house, Gizelle's no man. It just spews.
But these are facts.
Out.
These are facts. The facts.
It's just I'm not saying we're not saying that it's fact or false. What I'm not arguing is whether it's fact or false.
Is Jamal coming?
Of course not. Of course not. Of course not. Of course not. I am not arguing whether or not the things that are happening is fact or false. And I feel even more deeply concerned if it is fact and it's hurting like this and it's still becoming a thing. If it hurt that, when your tax issues were a fact and you didn't like it being done to you, and then now
she told her that. She told her
and then then you say, well, your husband is and doesn't really love you and he's sleeping around town and I'm gonna make fun of that. It to me, I'm sorry. I'm not here to defend anyone.
But she said to her, when she said your box is dry, Karen said to her, even if your box is not dry, it's not your box, because your box is that. What did she say? She's talking about the penis. She said it's beginning with everyone else but you, and that's true. So you're asking her to do something that Gizelle won't do. Gizelle is the root of the problem.
Okay, I hear that from you. I respectfully.
If Gizelle would have never started with Karen, this would not be a thing.
I hear you,
but you disagree.
I disagree, and that's okay.
Okay. Well, we are allowed to disagree with each other, right?
Yeah. Well, I don't want to be around someone who has the same opinion with me all of the time. I don't feel like there's growth in that.
Right.
I hear your side. I see your side. I just do not agree with it. And maybe throughout more conversations, we can truly and deeply understand.
I mean, personally, I just feel like that Gizelle has been a very lowbrow person.
I hear that
to everybody's business, and not just Karen.
And I
feel like when it comes to these ladies, like she's always so up in arms about new people coming around. Mm-hmm. Even when it came to Sharice and her divorce, she was not nice. So whenever people do something bad to her, then people feel like, oh my God, not Gizelle. We can't say things about Gizelle, but Gizelle has not been a nice lady.
Yeah, and I don't think that Gizelle is above reproach.
Originally, when the show started, I loved Gizelle.
I did not.
And I'll tell you this. To this day, I still love Robin. I wish that Robin and Giselle's friendship would break so that we can see who Robin is. because I feel like Robin has so much to give as an individual without Gizelle, and then maybe be friends after that, but give her, like, set her free.
Yeah, I think and this is not a shade, this is not a reason, nothing. So don't take it like that, because I'm feeling like it could go. Never, I'm not gonna say it.
No,
I know I am. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. Okay. I feel like majority of the people that I love and adore who are around me are more like Gizelle than they know, and then they don't like seeing that, but act and feel those same ways with a lot of other people. And knowing Gizelle's sign and the people that I'm around and how they act,
this is my sign.
It's the same exact way that they act towards people when they are indifferent or mean or not feeling them, and they do not change their opinions about that. Now I see that majority of the time with majority of the people I'm around, and I don't know a lot of. I know a lot of people with the same sign who fight.
That's my sign, though.
Can fight with each other a lot.
That's my sign. You have never seen me do that. I will not sit here and throw tomatoes.
I'm just saying, if y'all want to know my true observation, a lot of the people who act very, very, very similar to her, and have the same sign, especially a lot of my friends, they have the same character traits, and maybe they're character traits that they don't.
You feel like I'm like that?
And that's why I prefaced it by saying I don't want you to think that this is a thing. I'm just saying in my experience.
I didn't know you were about to be attacking Virgos. Now I just didn't know that, because to me, I feel like there's a difference between men and women Virgos. It also depends. I don't even know if she's a September or August Virgo either, but I know I'm not like that. I the thing that she does, it bothers me.
I'm sure.
I feel like she's a bad representation of Virgos, period.
I'm sure.
So I don't know. I feel like you shaded me like very well, though.
But I love you.
I know you do, but that's the only reason why I'm not that mad right now. But I would have been really mad if I would have realized that you were circling back to my sign, though.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to. No, I did. Want to end it here? I see.
Because how she behaves really bothers me.
Okay, I hear you.
Wait a minute. I'm a Virgo, and no similar between I don't know a lot of Virgos who act like that. I don't know a lot of Virgos act like that. I really don't.
I know. I want to say, well, I just met you and you're a male Virgo, but I want to say that majority of the Virgos that I do know
are women.
They are women, but they are very much like, they have their small circle. They have the people that they truly trust. They try to grow up and keep those people with them for a long time. It's new friends, but they're not new friends. They have that group that they have, and when they don't like you or they feel indifferent or some type of ways about you, they're not always the nicest to you. And Virgos have a fire in them where they can have mad day. And it could be mad day on you for forever.
I'm gonna take this down for a second.
Yes.
So I personally feel like this. I want to say this on behalf of the Virgo community.
Okay, go ahead.
I do feel like there is a way that you get here. I just haven't seen that from Karen. I don't understand why she is the way she is with Karen. I do know that this is a possibility, but I do also feel like if it's realistic, at some point it has to resonate with me. Like, you know what, this is probably right, and I need to kind of figure it out. And I don't understand that dynamic, right?
I know sometimes Virgos don't. They take their personal relationships very seriously, and when there's a disingenuousness, they get very upset. And I'm just saying, with the friendship breakups or dynamics.
Can you do something for me real quick?
Yes.
Talk to me for like 2 minutes.
Okay, well, let me turn my light on. Hold on. Don't go nowhere.
I need you to like hurry up.
All right, yes.
What I do? Remove myself or something? What I do? I don't know.
Yes, there you go. Look at me. It's just me on the screen. Hey, everybody. But yeah, so somebody asked a question. And let me go back up to it. Hopefully I can. You're now vibing with the smooth sounds of Busy Blue on SoDebNair's channel. You get the smoothest hip hop and R&B sounds and neo soul. Next up, we have Music Soul Child. What was I about to say? Question, Busy Blue. What is it you see about Gizelle that you defend? So I'm gonna say it this way. I don't think that I'm defending Gizelle. I hear that it's coming off that way. What's the best way to say it? As I've watched this, because one of the things that y'all should know about me is that what I love about this show is social and human interaction and how people feel and the dynamic that's created with each other. And I have seen the way that their friendship has unraveled in 7 different areas. And it's hard to remove the aspects that some people have together. Their friendship is just something that I have noticed have gotten fractured. And I can see and pinpoint how both people can be affected without feeling like one person is more right than the other. I think that the person who I have the strongest stance on is Candice. But outside of that, I can see how everyone can feel the way that they feel about things. And I try to give reason in all aspects so that I don't feel like I'm choosing one over the other. Is that but I'm not villainizing someone for the same feelings or reactions or aspects that I'm expecting from the show and that I'm seeing from other cast members. And I feel like some people have done those things and they feel as if they are above reproach. And it bothers me because then they get down in the sandbox as well. And I get frustrated because I'm an emotional person. Sometimes a lot of that gets frustrating to watch when it's a lot more because the people who watch the show the most are not the people who are louder in the arguments on social media. That's just not how it happens. And the people who are very vocal, and from my standpoint, I know a lot more of the people who are vocal about the hate for Gizelle don't watch the show.
I don't think a lot of people hate a lot of hate for Gizelle. I feel like people just want Gizelle to be a better person.
And I don't think that I can't say that she's a bad person. I don't think that she is nice to her friend.
You can say that exactly because she's been really not a good friend to Karen since season 1.
I also don't know if Karen has also been I cannot say that Karen has been a friend to her.
Gizelle has said that every season, though. She has actually admitted that. So you can say that because Gizelle has admitted that, which is why when they go through things, they both always say every season, well, this is what we do. And they chalk it up and let it go. Every season they have done this. But last season, it changed the dynamics of their relationship. Mm-hmm. And it was because Gizelle wanted Monique off the show. And I say, as a Virgo, if we don't like somebody, we don't like somebody. We don't. So I totally get it. But do I feel like that girl should have been treated the way she treated last season? I don't. But it's also because I'm not the person who didn't like that. They didn't like her.
Yeah. My dog's sitting right here. He's not doing anything special. He's just watching me.
I saw him on the bed this morning.
Yeah, he likes to be in the room with me. He likes to be in the room with me. Come here. He likes to be in the room. Come on. He's like, why are you waking me up? What's going on? but he likes to be in the room with me when I'm doing my videos. Say hey. No, high five. He's like, get me down. I was snappy. Mm-hmm. Sorry. Go ahead. But yeah. So,
but I definitely feel like Mia is going to be like a Kenya Moore on this franchise, which I love because they need a Kenya Moore. They need one, and people used to compare Gizelle to her, but Giselle's a different type of person. I don't get a Kenya Moore from her at all. I love Kenya Moore. Busy, how do you feel about Gizelle pushing the angry black male narrative about Chris Samuels?
I don't think it was pushed. I think that he received the backlash that he received because of his actions. I did not like, and I come from a matriarch family. I come from a family that has a lot of women. And if any man is standing up, threatening, yelling at women like that in my family, I mean, we are more of a matriarch, but all the men in our family, we like, wait, who are you talking to? And who are you trying to say that to? If you have a problem with someone, then you say that to me, and let your wife battle the argument or feelings that she has with me. But then for the male to get in and say, and y'all filthy whores and all of this stuff, now you've crossed the line. And even you, SoDebNair, was on a live once, and you were like, that's a man. I got this. You handle that conversation, but I don't want this person to feel like they can talk to you like this, and I will have that conversation with them.
I feel like it was about children, though.
Let that woman have that conversation, because I think that it's this double standard of.
I don't think you can tell a man how to feel about or to react about his children.
I don't think you can tell him how to react. You can definitely have those feelings. I felt like he then started to stand up and act like he was then about to attack her too.
I don't feel like he stood up to attack her.
And I don't like anybody standing up over me. And what do you say? I thought we were having a conversation.
She was clear across the room. He didn't stand up over anybody. He was clear across the room.
Thank you, make it make sense, Queen. It was too far, and I'm not sure how y'all will represent y'all sisters or your mothers or your aunts, and if y'all would say, well, he felt bad, so you shouldn't have said that, and if y'all would allow
it. But it was about children, though. I don't think that he would have done that if it was just about his wife. It was about his children.
Okay.
So to me, I feel like when children are involved and they're my kids, everything is off limits at this point. My children are the most important part.
I feel like with the anger that came, there was some veracity there. I'm not sure where it lied.
Because I'm gonna tell you, because we talked about this morning. I'm gonna tell you what it was about, and let's have this. We can stop talking about this from now on.
Okay.
I do feel like that when that was brought up, it was a checkmate moment from Chris saying, "Gizelle, does he look like me?" Thank you. That's all it had to be. Gizelle went back and ran to Robin. Oh, did you know that he brought it up? And oh my God, I didn't think it's gonna be a part of the storyline. But now we got something to talk about. This week got shit else to talk about. And now it's a topic. Even though production never showed it, it was never a moment for her to spark a conversation to bring it to the show.
He sparked the conversation.
Wait, let me finish. It wasn't a moment for that. It was a moment for him to say, because again, you keep on, if you want to separate women's business from men's business, it was a month for when he came into his household that he knows this conversation has been going on to say, now that you're here, you see my baby and you see me. Does he look like me? Checkmate. It does. Let it go. But what Gizelle did was she left out of the house and she said, "Ooh, Robin, I know we can talk about this, but we can talk about it now. Here we go. Ooh, Chris brought it up." And it's like, no, girl, that's not what it was about. It was, girl, I couldn't talk to you about it before because it's not man's business. But not you here. You looking at my baby. You see it. He looks like me. Does he look like me? Okay. It wasn't no exaggeration to him at all. It was just, he wanted her to know that don't talk about my baby no more. And I felt like as a father, he did the right thing.
I hear you, and I hear how passionate you are about it.
Okay, and so I'm gonna back down so you can say what you want to say.
Oh no, I so my feelings about that part is not. I am not a Monique fan. And so I don't think that I would have.
But did Candice ask her to drag her?
in a mocking fashion.
I just
Yes. Yes.
I know you
yes.
don't like that question.
No, it's fine. She did say those. She did state those words. And out of context, then it does seem like a question. Or a request. Out of context, it does seem like she requested it. So, a lot of people run with that because they like to hit people. But I will say, I think that 20 is put on 10 sometimes with Gizelle's actions. And I think sometimes I feel like it could be unfair with what's going on. If we have in the group been already talking about, I think this is happening, I think this is happening, I think this is happening. And then finally I go talk to you and it's like, okay, girl, okay. So let's be clear. I was over there the other day and he asked me if the baby looked like him. Why would he? There must be something going on with all the stuff we're hearing, because why would he even ask that type of question? Because Gizelle didn't say yes. Gizelle said, who else would the baby look like, Chris?
But Busy, that's not even true, because even Candice said when they were having the conversation that that's not true. The baby looks just like Chris. So
that's what Candice said. And when Gizelle, it wasn't a checkmate. When Chris asked Gizelle, Gizelle said,
as a father, it was.
And Gizelle said, who else?
You have to realize, as a father,
who did you checkmate if I didn't agree?
Gizelle, because Gizelle still agreed that wasn't his baby.
Gizelle said, who else would the baby look like?
On the camera, she did say that, but that's not what she was saying behind the scenes. So as a father, but listen, as a father, you and knowing this may go onto TV.
Yes,
my son may see this one day. As a father, yes, I don't see nothing wrong with that, because as a father, if they do air this, I want my son to see when this was a thing. I said that my son looked just like me. So that's how I took it. I didn't take it as a ticket for Gizelle to go back. Robin, did you see that he said this? We can talk about it today. Well, girl, we did something. I didn't think it was.
And I didn't see it as a ticket.
Father, I didn't think you said that. Yeah. But what I think that he did as a father was to make sure that his son, when his son's seen on television, to say, my dad said I always look like him.
Yes, he did. Thank you.
Let me give you a little shake.
Okay. Overall, I was excited about the episode. I thought it was really good. I'm excited to see that the girls are back. I love their dynamic. I love how what is great about this is that people have really strong opinions about this cast, and they don't change. And I love the fact that people have polarized them so much to the point where they keep coming back for more. I feel like people love to hate Gizelle, and I think that that's what you need on a show like this.
But it didn't start off like that, though. It didn't start off like that.
Well, I loved to hate Charisse, and then Charisse was off the show, and then Gizelle became the villain.
I feel like Gizelle's been the villain the entire time. But I didn't mind at the beginning. I feel like once she started to do the things she started doing, once Monique showed up, I started to dislike her, because she was like, well, where do you live? I live here, but I have these homes. Oh, so you have 4 homes. Like, oh, is that an attack on you? Then it was like, well, you rap. Oh, you rap? Like, you just asked me to rap. Like, it was just like she was antagonizing her for no reason.
And so I think she was trying. Sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
It just progressed so much that I felt like the hate for her was unnecessary. And as a person that is a Virgo, I can see this in myself. If I don't like someone, I probably could be in the same boat. I learned, I don't want to be like this, because to me, watching this, it doesn't look good to me.
Well, I hope you change your accents. Well, so you want to close this out?
Are you closing my show out? Are you closing my show out for me? Okay. Well, we do need to close it out because Princess is going live, and I want you guys to go make sure you go over there. She is doing a Real Housewives of Potomac review with Sinitra and a lot of other women. So make sure you guys, when you leave here, go over to Princess's channel and check her out. If you guys are not subscribed to my channel, well, first of all, how do they find you?
If you wrote this comment, you can follow me online, Busy Blue, no space, no E, on all social media platforms. Is right there in the name. We don't do much over there. Why you gotta make me small? No,
I was trying to make you bigger.
No.
Oh, now it's me. I'll just leave it like this. Go ahead. You know I don't know how to work this. I'm learning. How do they find you?
Busy Blue, no space, no E, on all social media platforms.
That's it.
Yeah, the continuity that I
have.
What
happened to this is Busy Blue, and I thought I was gonna get everything.
That's not that. They will get that when they go subscribe to my
channel. Okay. All right. Well, follow Busy Blue. You guys, you can find me here. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. SoDebNair, no O. Also, make sure you check out my podcast, The Affairs of the Heart. We go live every Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We are 3 gay men talking about love, sex, and relationships from a gay male's perspective. It's not just for gay men, it's just from our perspective. So make sure you guys check that out. And also make sure you guys like, subscribe, and turn notifications for this channel and Busy Blue channel.
That's really cute.
Also, if you guys want to subscribe to my channel, want to donate to my channel, these are all the apps and everything that you can do. You can move your head over a little bit so I can see you. But make sure you these are you can do the Zelle if you don't want to do the super chat. Why you gonna put your head behind the thing?
Because it's fun.
Yeah, my Cash App and my Zelle is here. And I appreciate you guys so much for showing up to this channel tonight. I didn't know. I was trying to get done before Princess got done. But I want to get out. Make sure you guys go over to Princess House of the Princess right now so they can do their review for this.
Will she be reviewing it from top or go off?
No.
I love Princess.
Thank
you guys for the super chats and everyone's comments. We really appreciated it. I didn't want to come in this raggedy show, but I saw that they was talking about Candice, and
Before you leave here, though, yes. So my subscribers want us to do something together.
They could go kick rocks because they're more Gizelle fans, and I will not sit here and be berated every time I come over here. You know I'm emotional.
But I also said that I'm going to try to be a Candice fan this season because of you, and because of Chris, I'm trying.
We need more people like you in my life. What? So, we can decide what we want to do. You already have so many shows.
I only have my show. That's it.
Don't you do the Affairs of the Heart?
That's my show.
Okay, but then you also have this channel.
That's it.
Okay, and do you be going on other people's stuff? Like you're so busy.
I the same thing I did with your channel. So it's not like I don't do it for any. I do it for everyone who wants me to come on. But I want something consistent with me and you.
Okay, so we could talk about it. Let the people know.
So why
tell us, put in the comments.
Yeah, everybody keeps on saying talk about anything.
I could talk to you about anything. We already talk about anything. So
but we do that in our personal conversations. But I feel like, and I could be wrong,
go ahead.
But I feel like they like this.
God no. Okay. Now this is very difficult for me to.
I'm not gonna. I'm trying. I can't do the Gizelle thing, but I will try.
And that's okay. Well, I guess what I'll do is my own review first, so I can get my true feelings out in the reasonable manner, and then I can do your biased one after.
Well, I want you to say our. Because it wouldn't be just for me.
But then our
whatever we did, it would be a joint thing.
Okay, whatever we do will be a joint
thing. And that means whatever I make for that, it would be us. So
okay. Okay. I mean, you ain't gonna fight me on the internet anymore. You've already beat me down to a pulp and then had your fans dragging me.
I did not do that. What I did was I let you come on here and you said what you said. Now they had a different opinion. You know I love you. I would never do anything to hurt you.
I hear you. Oh, you got some explaining to do tonight, buddy.
I feel like
that. Well, we can figure out. I have fun with you, so I have no problem doing.
I really enjoy this though.
Yeah, I have no problem doing whatever you want me to do. Okay. See, I'm the Jamal to your Gizelle.
Yeah. I want to talk about something when we get off of here later, when you have some free time.
Okay,
but
I have to do work tonight.
I know you do. That's why I know it's not gonna happen right after this conversation. It's probably I'm trying to keep you in here a little bit longer. But
you are stealing my time. I see that you're stealing my time, and I'll give you all the time you need. If you say, "Look, you want 5 more minutes," I'll give you 5 more minutes. You know, you my side baby daddy.
Okay, so I'm gonna let you go for real because I need to go support Princess.
I'll just get off and then you close them out. Sorry, y'all, because I don't want to be flirting with him. I don't want to be flirting with him on the internet.
I want you to stay. Again, guys, make sure if you want to follow my channel, make sure you subscribe to this channel, and you guys have become members now. I just set that up. I think it's my first time I did since I set that up. So you guys can become members. There were 3 people that did. I gotta find another one person who did it before I did this live. But subscribe to the channel, become a member if you want to. And also, I forgot this one too. Make sure you guys follow me on my Instagram page because I need more Instagram people. My Instagram. Outside of that, I love you guys, and I'll see you guys the next time I go live. And I don't know what that's gonna be, but I will let you guys know. Bye.
Y'all, just tell him that I need to take over the channel because he didn't even close us out. Like, we're really